Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all having a great day. And if you're new to the channel and want to hit the subscribe button, that would be awesome. Just want to say a quick thank you, everybody, so much for the continuous love and support you've shown me in 2020. Me personally, 2020 was one of the greatest years of my life, and I couldn't be any more thankful for my friends, my family, and the support of all of you. You guys truly mean the world to me, and I appreciate, again, all the continuous love and support, liking the videos, sharing the videos, and interacting in the comments, and then via email or Instagram. I just love that, and I love that I can keep you guys entertained, and makes me feel accomplished that you guys want to see me progress, not only as an individual, well, not only through the builds, but as an individual. That means the world to me. Thank you so much. Again, I have so much planned for 2021. I want to rebuild Aim High Drive Low and have that brand blow up. We got the JZX100 build that I'm hoping to do mid-end next year. We got the Skyline to finish, which is almost done. We got some cool parts today, and after the Skyline, the quick transition with the Prelude build I have planned and moving along as well. So hope you're all ready for 2021, and I hope you all had a great 2020. I know it hasn't been the best for most people due to the pandemic and people losing their jobs and etc., but I wish you all the best of luck and the best of success for 2021. Let's get this video started. All right, so let's just jump right into it. We are now beginning the Skyline's turbo build. Update on the kit real quick. John is going to be painting it, the rest of the kit, within the next couple of days. And once the kit is done, I will be dropping off the Skyline to their detail guy so we can wet sand the whole car 1,000 to 5,000 grit, and then polish it for me as well as the rest of the kit. So the car will come back next week looking the absolute greatest it will be. Then when I get it, of course, I'll ceramic coat it. And now we are finally starting the turbo build. I finally pulled a trigger on the turbo. I've been researching for the past month and a half, hit up all the R chassis guys, all the S chassis guys, and even went through some turbo forums to acquire knowledge about turbos in general and the turbo I bought. So I went with the Garrett dual ball bearing turbo GT3071R. It is pretty much an RB25 turbo, just I would say with newer technology, and it's high flowed, still maintaining the T3 inlet, 6-bolt outlet, so I can utilize my ISR downpipe, and it is internally waste gated at 1 bar, so about 14.7 pounds. Here is the Skyline's newborn turbo, the GTX 3071R. A quick shout out to Rav Performance. Rob and the team had the greatest of customer service. From the day I bought it to when I received it, it has been nothing but excellence. Rob kept me up to date with all the shipping and turbo information. I'm not too sure if they're based out of Florida or California, but I got this turbo 2 days after I ordered it. So I don't know a whole lot about like turbo lingo, but I will read you the specs real quick. So the compressor wheel inducer is 53 millimeters, compressor wheel exducer 71 millimeters, compressor wheel trim 56, compressor housing AR 0.50, turbine wheel inducer 60 millimeters, turbine wheel exducer 55 millimeters, and turbine wheel trim 84. So this turbo is rated at 500 horsepower, which is more than enough that I want to push on the Skyline. My end goal is 280 to 300 wheel, which is very achievable, especially with all the supporting mods I have. All the fitting holes are great. The internal wastegate is nice. The back of the exhaust is nice as well. It's very fluent. The cold and hot side are machined very well. So all I have to do, this is pretty much a bolt-on turbo. It will bolt onto the T3 flange, and of course will bolt on to the exhaust side. All I need to do, besides running the aftermarket lines, is custom fabricate and build a pipe for the intercooler, which will be simple. I'll have the shop do it for me, and again build a aluminum pipe for the air intake side. I did post the turbo on all my social media platforms, and a lot of people asked me why I went internal wastegate opposed to external wastegate. To be honest, I don't have a reason. My original plan was to go external wastegate through the manifold, of course, and go top mount with the front facing plenum on the RB20, but I thought it over with all the upcoming projects and the brand I want to invest in more. I just wanted something I can essentially just bolt on, slap on with minor modifications, and this 3071R was exactly what I needed. I also ordered Deechworks 800cc injectors. I went with Deechworks because I was reading their description, and most of the injectors they make are of course of high quality, and what sold me was the OEM slide-on bolt-in application. So I ordered those. Those should hopefully be in, I don't know, within the next 2 to 3 days. I just got a confirmation email for shipping, so I'm incredibly stoked on that. I also went ahead and ordered the Tomei Universal Type L fuel pressure regulator and the Tomei fuel pressure gauge. That'll be here mid-January, coming from Japan. Shout out to RHD Japan for always taking care of me. I also already have the Tomei high flow fuel pump, the 255, and we got a plethora of parts to still install as well. To accommodate the power, I still need to install my XZD racing clutch I got like 6 months ago. Still need to install the Haltech Elite 2000 series. I do want to run also my Z32 MAF, a plethora of gauges that need to be installed. Just adapters. I can't even emphasize how excited I am to finally get the turbo build started on the Skyline. From what I've been told, again, it is a bolt-on application in terms of modification. Besides clocking the turbo and getting custom piping made, I just need to trim the heat shield, and that's about it. I will do a oil catch can, diluting these hoses and then running it cleanly by the windshield washer reservoir. I'm excited to finally install the Z32 map as well. I have been talking to my friend Evan, who is EC Tuning. We're thinking about just slapping the Haltech Elite 2000 and how the Skyline sits now, and just enjoy the, say, bolt-on gains as of right now until we get the whole turbo build situated in terms of planning and fabrication. I'm also looking into, of course, upgrading the recirc valve to a blow-off valve, since I can't utilize the recirc valve due to the aftermarket piping I'll be putting on. And I'm also curious too if I need to upgrade my head gasket and head studs, since the Garrett turbo isn't much bigger than the RB20 turbo. So if you have that question answered for me, let me know in the comments below. And after the Skyline is street and or dyno tuned, it's pretty much completed. I don't know what else I could honestly do, or that I would want to do, besides, say, relocating the battery and fuse box and going front facing RB20 plenum, and or opening up the motor. Again, that is not in my plans for this current build just yet, but we made so much progress with the Skyline, and this is definitely a forever car. It's essentially a forever car to me because, like most car enthusiasts, you don't get a fraction of what you put in to your car unless it's like a old restoration vehicle. But I do plan on making a how much does it cost / review Skyline video. I'm just waiting on the BN Sports kit to come back so the car looks, I would say, presentable during the video. But in a nutshell, if I can be completely honest with you, because a lot of people have been asking me how much I've invested in the Skyline, I'm about, up to this point, after everything I bought as of 3 days ago, I am about $26,000 or $27,000 into this car. You may think that's absurd, but it is true, honest to God, not even a flex. I told myself I am not going to cheap out on the Skyline, since the aftermarket is amazing for this chassis, and I only wanted the best, not so much rare like mines, or I guess Nismo's not rare, but it's of high quality. But I did not cheap out on this build, and in a nutshell again, I've replaced every single nut and bolt on the undercarriage, every single arm on the chassis. All the bushings have been upgraded to polyurethane. We got legit bridge seats. The interior, I spent a lot of money on. The exhaust, the coil packs, just everything in the bay, the wheels, the kit, the paint, the turbo, the injectors, the tune, like everything adds up. And that is also including shipping. I buy most of everything I bought mostly was straight from Japan or Australia. The only thing that really came from America was the ISR downpipe from Florida, and I guess the turbo too. But again, not a cheap build, and I haven't even opened up the RB20 yet. And again, I don't plan on opening up the RB20 because I like the power it is now, reliable and conservative. And that is honestly what I have for you guys for this video. Just want to end it saying, again, thank you so very much for an amazing 2020. Thank you for the continuous love and support. And thank you for the upcoming continued love and support. You guys are awesome. You guys rock. Hopefully next year is better for the world. I do plan on, if possible, traveling to car shows in California, Texas, maybe even Florida. Plans for next year, if the world is opened up, is to go to Japan and search for the JZX100 and see what I can work out with an importer. Might be cheaper that way. Or I was thinking too of hitting up my buddy who is stationed in Japan just to send him the money to buy me the Chaser. And then when he comes back to America, he can bring some cars over. He'll bring his car and the Chaser back. But we will see how that goes. And I just want to let you guys know that, again, anything is possible. The law of attraction is real, and you can achieve anything you put your mind to it. A quote from one of my favorite artists, Oliver Francis, is, "I'm the proof that if you really want it, this shit is possible." And if I can do it, you guys can most certainly do it too. Just be positive and persevere through all the bullshit. Well, thank you guys again for making it to the end of the video. And if you're new to the channel and want the subscribe button, that'd be awesome. And remember, aim high, drive low. We'll see you next time. Have a great New Year's. Take care.